Time to crack open a delicious drink. Which is to say that I've got a Diet Pepsi and some lime juice. Went to the grocery store yesterday, and this will tie into the dinner delay. But I got a bunch of stuff to make enchiladas. Like big, fancy enchiladas from scratch. And I spent not a significantly higher amount of money than I usually spend for a recipe, but like about as much as I would spend just getting enchiladas at the local Mexican place. And I gotta say, for all the time and effort I put in, I think it probably just would have been a better use of my time to have just gone to said local Mexican place. It's not that the ones I made were bad. It was just they were kind of a little pricier than I would have. Comic, why aren't you using the rat? Because I have that set on the other OBS. My bad. Golly, swallowed wrong. I have two instances of OBS. And this is the one I use for Dragon Quest III, which is the more fancy, newer one, because the old one was fighting really hard with this. With Dragon Quest III. And the old one I just have... I need to just move everything over to the newer one, just because it's significantly more useful, but... I have the old one set up still, because goddamn is it convenient, and it's very stripped down and, like, very easy to just kind of, like, fire up and go. And most importantly is, you know, I have a bunch of my, like, old presets still there, so I'm just mostly doing it out of laziness. But yeah, the enchiladas were fine, capital F, fine. Think that instead of trying to learn how to improve upon them, I will just continue to, support local businesses and go to my local Mexican place, because I know that they're gonna do it right for a similar price. And, you know, less cleanup on my part. All I've got to do is just, you know, take the plates they send me home with and, or take, like, the Tupperware and stuff they send me home with and just throw it away. So really, you can't beat that. I plug in my phone. I don't know what it's been lately. I just, like, can't seem to, keep my phone charged. Like, it's not even, like, a matter of, like, my battery's messing up. It's just, for some reason or another, I'm, like, constantly unplugging it before I'm done charging it. So, is this an interesting story? Does anyone care about this? But no, like, I'll set my phone into charge because it's at, like, 15%, and then I'll have to go, like, and I'll sit and use it for, like, while it's charging for a couple minutes, and I'm like, you know what, I should really get up and, like, you know, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, like, go do some sort of, like, chore around the house that needs to be done. And I'm like, cool, like, I could go for, like, some background noise. And so then I end up unplugging my phone and bringing it into the room to, like, the room to play videos. Or, like, music in the background, and, I'm like, well, now my phone isn't charging. You're like, Comic, why don't you just bring the charger with you? And, you know, if I thought about that, I would be a smarter person. If I had that level of foresight, I would, I'd chosen a different degree. No, mostly it's just, it's inconvenient. My kitchen, mostly I've just been spending a lot of time, like, you know, cleaning the kitchen because, like, you know, I talked about, you know, making those enchiladas and stuff. I've been, doing a lot more, you know, baking and, like, actual recipe cooking type stuff. So my kitchen is in constant need of cleaning, but the outlets in the kitchen are in kind of, like, awkward positions, and, like, all of my chargers are really long, and I don't want them, like, you know, getting in the way, so I just, you know, make it harder for myself. So then, point being, chronically, with an uncharged phone. But now I've got my phone charging just right. And it is lovely and it is good. I did recently, I kind of thought about, like, just buying a second charger. I've only got, like, one. It would probably just be more convenient, like, if I didn't have to just take the one charger everywhere. Like, I could probably just, get a second charger and, like, put it in the living room instead of, like, oh, I'm in the living room, I'm gonna have the charger here. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to bed. I guess I'll bring the charger in there. And if I just had a charger in the living room and the bedroom, I feel like I would have a charged phone more often. Kind of first world problems. It is literally just like leaning down, picking up your object, and bringing it into the other room. But here's the thing. When I'm tired, I don't necessarily want to do that. That's the other thing, too. It's like, I'll, if I'm, like, really tired, like, sometimes, like, when I'm in bed, like, fading, looking at my phone, like, realizing that I'd, like, missed, like, 2 minutes of a YouTube video because I faded out for a second. Sometimes the effort of leaning over to actually grab the phone charger is too Herculean for me. So, like, my phone's on, like, 15%, and I'm like, man, if I could just, like, get that little bit of energy to, like, lean slightly over to the left and plug my phone in, I would wake up with my phone on 100%. But what actually happens is I'm like, man, I'm really tired, and moving slightly to the left sounds just a little too painful for me. Better drop my phone on my face and wake up to it on 4%. I did see the Direct today. I was very happy about the Direct today. Super stoked for a lot of the things they showed. One of the sleeper hits for me was them putting out a Donkey Kong demo. Because I really wanted to play more of it, but, like, I'm not in the... Like, I've spent quite a bit of money, and I don't really want to spend more for, like, the rest of the year. I'm a little tapped out on getting new things. So, it was nice for them to give me the, a little bit of a demo for Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I could, you know, actually experience at least a little bit of it. Tomodachi Life 2 is, like... yeah, Tomodachi Life 2 is coming out for Switch 1. I'd be a little more excited about it, but, like, they sure haven't showed off the Miitopia Mii Maker yet, and... Like, as cool as it would be to, like, have a new Tomodachi Life, they're probably gonna charge $60 for it, and, like, I'm not, like, that interested if I can't, like, do, like, total freedom. If they don't have the Miitopia Mii Maker, I'm probably gonna skip it. There's 2026 is a very, very, very loaded year, and that's one I can see falling by the wayside for me. The real super victory for me was Pokemon Pokopia, which is a terrible name, by the way. But I guess they already burnt Poketopia on Battle Revolution, so... super excited for that, just basically being Pokemon builders. Like, I already love Dragon Quest Builders to death, like, getting to do, like, a similar set with Pokemon is gonna be awesome. New Fire Emblem looks pretty good. I didn't know what to expect about it at first. The voice acting kind of made me think this was just going to be like some kind of like burner like RPG. I'm like, man, this is like this is not something about the presentation at first. I was like, this is not the thing I would end a direct with. Like, what is going on here? And then so this pops up. I'm like, oh fuck, it's Three Houses too. So, you know. I don't know if that one's necessarily a day one for me, but, very excited for it. And what else was, like, a good one that they showed? Oh yeah, the Star Force. I just read about that before firing up the stream. Speaking of which, I've been yapping for about 10 minutes. I should actually probably fire this game up. Alright, is that... Here, let me... Boop, bap, beep, bop, boop. I think I just didn't really... Jeez, that's loud. I think I just didn't really know what quite to expect. At that point, I was, like, kind of, like, talking with James. Like, I assumed that, they were ending off on Resident Evil Requiem. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, they ended off on Requiem, and then, like... I see this game with, you know... You know what I thought it was gonna end up being? For some reason, like, the graphical style and the voice acting kinda made me think that it was gonna be a Romancing Saga 3 remake. I don't know anything about Romancing Saga 3, but, like, something about it was like, I was like, oh, this is kind of the vibe I got from Romancing Saga 2's remake. Like, it's pretty cool that they're, like, jumping into that pretty quick. But, you know, it wasn't that. It was something... I was gonna say something cooler. I don't necessarily know if it was cooler, but... Well, no, I'd much rather have a new game than a remake, but... I say that, but Dragon Quest VII Reimagined looks really fucking good. Like, I'm super glad that they're, like, using the Your Story aesthetic for a video game. I thought that would, like, I think, like, when I watched that movie, I was like, man, this would look beautiful in a video game. And, like, here it is. And first off, like, I saw, like, people were like, oh, there's rumors of a Dragon Quest VII remake. I'm like, they're not fucking remaking Dragon Quest VII. Like, A, they're not remaking one of the biggest fucking RPGs of all time. And they're not doing it, like, before, like, so soon after, you know, 3 and 1 and 2. But, boy howdy, did they prove me wrong. I was more convinced that there was going to be a Drakengard remake, or, like, even just a remaster. Like, this is not the thing I was expecting from Square Enix. The fucking Virtual Boy thing is so funny to me. Because I'm like, who is this announcement for besides shareholders? Because, like, no one's gonna be able to get that. It's gonna get scalped immediately. What did they accidentally make the con? I don't know, I feel like... That's the thing about, like, a Drakengard remake, is, like... The combat was specifically made to be shit. Like, Yoko Taro's like... It's fucking war and slaughtering and killing, like, it shouldn't be fun. So, like, remaking it would kind of defeat the purpose. Like, remaking it and making it good would defeat the purpose. I don't know, I don't think that if they remade it, they would, leave the combat so enshittened. I mean, I don't really have a stake in that game. I didn't really like Drakengard 1. Like, even during, like, my big Nier phase, and, like, Drakengard 3 and everything, I tried playing Drakengard 1. And I did not care for it. That's nuts to me. When they were like, oh, this game looks like a PS2 game. Like, A, I fucking wish. PS2 games, I want to go back to that aesthetic so bad. Anyone, like, saying that, like, hasn't played a PS2 game. I mean, there were bad-looking PS2 games, don't, get me wrong, but... Like, people are just, like, showing shit that, like, even, like, a PS3 would kind of, like, struggle with, and be like, this looks like a PS2 game, and it's like, you don't know what it... You don't know what you're fucking talking about. I am excited for Ghost of Yotei. I just have to wait for it to come to PC. Oh, she looks so peaceful.
You stand before the Dragon Queen, servant of the Almighty Goddess.
She's kind of giving me a look. I'm a... Is anyone else got a little hot under the collar here?
Thank you for heeding my call and making your way here. Doubtless, one of my retainers has already told you, but I have scant time left.
Oh, mighty DuckTales, will you make me feel a woman for the last time?
Listen well, child of Ortega, for I am about to impart all that I know of Zoma, whilst my life's flame yet burns.
They don't, like, point you here, in, like, the old versions. You kind of had to stumble on it. So, like, it'll become more pertinent towards the end, but, like, the game is very difficult to beat if you don't come here.
I do so in the hope that it will allow you to vanquish the fiend and restore order to our realm. Will you heed my request?
Baby, I will do anything you ask me to. As a feminine, because Japan hates women. Well, the world hates women. Let's be charitable here. Everybody hates women.
Thank you sincerely. Zoma dwells in the depths of the underworld. Start your journey there by first heading east of Baramos's lair. Eventually, you will come across an island in the middle of a lake. Its caves will lead you to the world below.
Oh, got tired.
Now, do not weep for me. My time is simply coming to an end, and I am certain my offspring can handle the task that awaits. Just know that Zoma possesses a power unlike any you have faced thus far. You would underestimate him at your peril.
Lady, I got the duplicate. I can cast a couple
However,
frizzles.
as long as you have this, you will not falter. The light will return. Of that I am sure.
Okay. I can't skip past this. It's at its own pace.
Whoa. Year 2000. I got this from Etsy. It's yours now, my child. Come take my cool art and craft. It's the size of your head.
You joke, Evie.
When faced with forces most dark, hold that sphere aloft. Then it will be your turn to prove your might once more.
Whopper is the Etsy witch.
Majesty.
Now it falls to me to pass on the torch to my dearest child.
She just took a refreshing sip of Diet 7-Up. Look, Russ, it's an egg! Yeah! At that dying breath, she gave birth right in front of you.
Words fail.
I touched the egg jet. Look, I'm Russ. Now, I don't know if, everyone pile around the egg! I don't know if, this, like, gets confirmed in, any of, like, the remake stuff here, but, like, the implication seems to be that, like, or the fan theory for a long time that I've heard is that, like, this egg becomes the Dragon Lord. So, you know, Probably should have kept that in a little longer. They're all just gonna, like, sit here and watch this egg hatch. She gave birth right in front of Ethan, who inseminated her. This guy. This guy's the dad. Yeah, like, objectively, like, if that, fan theory is the case, the best thing to do for the world right now would be to take my mighty sword and cleave this thing in twain. Cool, well, we have that now. What's the closest to... That looks close. You guys ready to go to a whole nother world? I'm actually super excited for this part, because, man. This is always a part I thought was super cool when I would, you know, play it on, like, the Game Boy version, so, like, I haven't gotten to... Getting to see it in glorious HD is gonna be wonderful.
Into the pit!
Here's the pit of, I don't have a joke. Ugh. Spooky. Yeah, this pit is huge. This thing is big. Yeah, the pit of Gigantic from the Pixies. Whoa, giant hole. Like, you're not gonna make us jump, are you? Okay. Maybe, like, attaching a rope or something? Oh, great. Now we're gonna burn up on entry.
Oh, it's Ears of the Kingdom.
I wonder what happens here if you, like, just don't... Like, if you go solo.
Wert thou the source of that ghastly commotion just now? Tell me, from whence didst thou come? Oh dear, thou appearest most fatigued. Pray enter my humble abode and tell me of what hath befallen thee.
He kind of came out, like, swinging. He was like, where did you foul gits come from? And then, like, he's like, oh, wait, never mind. You look a little sleepy. You can come in if you want. It's like, you know what? I am feeling a little peckish. We've entered the lean dimension.
Thou wouldst topple the Lord of the Underworld. Clearly, thou art not one to be trifled with. Nary a single soul in Alefgard would dare dream of accomplishing a feat so grand. Nay, instead we spend our days in fear of the fiend. Regardless, thy path is clear.
I don't know, it looked a little purple to me.
Make eastwards for the castle town of Tantagel. From there, cross the seas to the south to reach the great fiend's isle. That is where you will find the dread lord of the Underworld's citadel.
Neat.
Perchance, wouldst thou have use for a map of the realm? Better it serve thee than continue to go to waste in my possession.
Would you like to carry a cool globe?
Oh, and thou art more than welcome to take the ship outside for thine own.
This guy rocks.
It aid thee on thy quest. And always remember, the goddess goeth
You can have my house as well, and my wife. Hell, you can fuck me if you want. Better my hole go to use than just wasting it on shit.
Wow, it truly is like a big old fang of lean. Hey, a mini-medal.
If needs must, you can also pirate my corpse.
Or pilot, rather.
You can download my corpse on the Internet Archive if you'd like.
What, do you think the bird could just fit down here? Psh, sure. What, do you think going, like, just jumping... You think it would have been safer to, like, fly down safely on a bird instead of just, like, jumping down? That's pussy shit, Russ. You're better than that. Oh. That's magical. Well, welcome to the world of, Hey, she slimes. Hey, no slimes. Yeah, I got a medicinal herb. Well, you're not, Russ. It's objectively cool to make stupid decisions. Something eliminates women. Boy, this place is slimy. Good thing that the enemies here are, almost like level 1 or something. Oh, man. Getting to hear these old tracks like, I haven't listened to a lot of these things, like, symphonically, so a lot of these things I'm hearing for the first time. What do you have to say, stranger? Oh, they actually have, like, good equipment here. Improves the intelligence of whoever wears it. Whopper would like that, but she's using the duplicate, and I think that's more important. Does anyone want this shit? Dragon Shield's good. Yeah, let's grab that for Whopper. I know she's got the magic shield, but, what did the underworld look like on GBC? Just dark. Like, it had, like, more of, like, a purple and blue color palette. It looked really good. The music was also stellar here, too, because it wasn't just, like, well, from what I remember, it wasn't just, like, reusing, like, the older, like, tracks. It had, like, it was, like, pitch shifted down and slowed down a bit. It was really good. Dude, the stuff they showed for the 1 and 2 remake, like having the undersea bubble ship from Dragon Quest VI, I'm like, man. Like, I thought Dragon Quest, like, as a super fan of Dragon Quest 2, I thought Dragon Quest Builders 2 was gonna be the best I ever got for this, for, like, the rest of my life. But, like, they're, like, making 2 into, like, a real-ass video game now. It's like, oh, shit. It's gonna rock. Like, there's only so much you can do with 1 unless, like, the predictions that you'll also get Princess Gwaelin on the team is gonna happen. But, like, the shit they're doing with 2, it's like, man. Going from, like, one of, like, the least play-tested games to, like, actually being just, like, a full, cool new adventure. Very, very, very excited for that. It's a shame it's dropping so close to ZA, because, Like I said, I'm a little burnt on spending money right now. I'm gonna have to wait on 1 and 2. Well, yeah, like, but was she in party in like the battle, or was he just like hoisting her around on the field? Because that was part of Dragon Quest 1. Because if, like, she actually in the party, she had... This is gonna rock! It's like, depending on my mood, I read one of these 2 books to alter it. Which DQ game would you like to be? Well, in fact, we're getting Pokemon builders is like kind of like, well, I've gotten everything I needed out of this world. But I would really like to see like I wanted a Builders 3, because like the idea like kind of like fleshing out the battle system with like 3's job class, I think would be really fun. But if we didn't just go straight to 3, I think man, I guess 7 would objectively be good, given that that game is just, like, literally rebuilding old civilizations. So, like, the idea of, like, you know, getting the islands back and then, like, having to, like, rebuild their kingdoms, I think would be pretty cool. I'd be interested to see if, like, 12 just had, like, a builder's, like, mode in it. I don't know. No, 4 I don't think would be interesting. 5, I don't know really what you could do. I mean, it would be cool to, like, recruit... Well, because Builders 2 had, like, stuff with, like, recruiting monsters to help. So, like, I guess it would work pretty well with 5. Uh, 6 could work. Dude, like, now that I'm, like, seeing, like, all, like, the cool stuff they're doing with, like, Dragon Quest 2, and then, like, the aesthetic of the remake of 7, I really want to see, like, them take on, Dragon Quest monsters like Kobe and Tara. Because, like, apparently, like, the 3DS remake of that game is already, like, one of, like, the absolute, like, biggest and best, like, monster collecting RPGs of all time. And now that, like, clearly Square Enix is, like, putting love into, like, your storying gigantic-ass RPGs, I'd really like to see them take a swing at that. Or maybe even just, like, redoing, like, Joker 2. I didn't really care much for Joker 1, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, by the way, not, you know, the Batman Joker. But, Joker 2 kind of had, like, the same, like, whimsical atmosphere as the Game Boy Color games, so, like, I don't know, I got a good kick out of it. I have not played Joker 3 yet, though. I've had it downloaded for a bit, but I don't know. Haven't gotten around to it. I would. Other guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My god hath told me much of thy deeds. Forgive me for summoning thee here so suddenly, but there is something I would ask of thee.
Joker, I'm sorry, Dark Prince is, like, weird, because it's like, I'm waiting for Dark Prince Professional to happen at this point, just because that always happens with the Joker series, but, it's been a little longer than I was expecting for Dark Prince Professional to hit.
Perchance thou art familiar with the name Ortega.
I got
Thou art indeed his child, after all.
Hero just kind of, like, did, like, the, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga thing.
Then allow me to officially bid thee welcome to Tantagel. Now, 'twould behove us to begin by explaining how we of Tantagel came to know thy father. Hard
Sure.
to fathom though it may be, Ortega once resided within these very walls.
It must have been, what,
a decade or so ago. 'Twas a day like any other when an injured warrior was carried into the castle.
Whoa.
His wounds were most severe, but he was yet to breathe his last. Alas, his own name excluded. His memories had taken their leave of him entirely.
Aw.
I elected to let him stay with us whilst he recovered. Ortega even served me for a time.
Dad, were you just sitting here fucking around while Mom and I had to wait for you?
Though he remembered naught of his old life, he was a gentleman, most jovial, and well liked by all in the castle.
Then, all too suddenly, one day he simply vanished. Nary a soul knew whither he had gone.
Surely thou findest thyself here today in search of thy father. By all means, ask those within the castle anything thou wishest.
You're awfully trusting for someone who lives right next to the Demon King Zoma.
I am certain thou shalt be reunited with him ere long, but no patience. Should tragedy befall thee in thy haste, Ortega too would suffer.
Okay. Huh. I think that one's new to HD. I don't remember that being a thing in the Game Boy Color versions. Yeah, he kind of like vanishes after his second boss fight in the original versions. If he's like actually here, that'll be fucking nuts. It's okay, Dad. I also got badly burned by that gargoyle fight. I don't know. Zoma doesn't seem as bad as an HOA leader. I think I'd rather have Zoma's castle nearby than the HOA building. Fucking, they bumped up our fucking operating costs in the HOA thing. I'm like, you don't fucking do anything. Why am I paying $20 more a year? I want to say, like, the last, like, major thing that they did here was, they, like, redid, like, all the drainage systems in the, neighborhood. Like, dug, like, new ditches and stuff, like, put a drainage pond and everything. And all it did was just, like, make the whole neighborhood just this horrible, seething den of mosquito nests. So, like, you can't go outside in the fall because it's just, like, fucking horrible. They did, like, try to fix it, like, later on, but, like, it's still not great. Like, there are parts of the neighborhood I won't go, like, at, like, around, like, evening. Because, like, the mosquitoes are so bad around there that it's, like, completely untenable. I don't think anyone's gotten, like, sick from it, but, like, it's still not fun to, like, go on, like, a nice little nature walk with your dog, and then come back and your ankles are completely covered in blood from slapping mosquitoes off of you. Actually, knowing what we know now, I wonder if we can, like, zoom back to, our castle and, like, tell, like, hey, there's a world down there. I was gonna say, like, if our HOA people, like, entered our house unprompted, I would lose my shit. But, like, they do a thing, like, every spring where they, like, go over your entire house. And they're like, oh, like, this is a little too long. Like, you better clean it up or you're gonna get in trouble. And it's like, fuck you. You're not paying my damn bills. I mean, kind of objectively you are, but, like, no, I'm still paying them. You're not paying my damn bills. Fuck you. I can zoom back to the overworld. I just want to, get this here monster. At least it should be easy to get the monsters here because there is no there are no times of day down here. It's always just lean dark. It's Void Dark from Disgaea 5, I think. I don't know much about Disgaea 5. I remember when it first got announced, I was like, cool, Disgaea 5! And, like, I never played it. Mostly I was just like, at the time, it was like, wow, a 2D strategy RPG on the PS4, that seems pretty cool. And then I didn't ever play it. Not that I necessarily have anything against it, I just, Well, I didn't have a PS4 at the time, and then by the time I got a PS4, I was like, well, I got other things I want to play. It goes pretty cheap on Switch now and again. I might hop on it at some point. Except I need to give 4 another shot, because when 4 came out again on Vita, I was like, oh man, I really loved 3 on Vita, and like 4 was just ever so slightly different. I was like, oh, I missed 3. Yeah, no, the prices are a lot. At least on Costco, like... Oh, shit. Was it just sitting here? I'm sure I would have... I mean, I was going through the whole castle. I would have found it. Dude, those fucking amiibo prices are nuts! What the hell was up with that? I mean, you know, it's the fucking tariffs, but like... Well, that wasn't it. I wonder what these could be. By God! Weed! I mean, the only, like, Metroid amiibo I want is the Silux one, because, like, back in, like, 2008, when I was, like, first playing Metroid Prime Hunters, I was obsessed with Silux. I thought he was the coolest fucker in the entire world. And, but it's like, I'm having a little trouble justifying if I wanted, because I also remember getting the Dread Double Pack amiibo of Samus and the Emmy, and that was $30, but now, like, the Silux amiibo alone is, like, $30, and it's like... I'm having a little trouble justifying it. I might jump on it. Oh, she won't let me sleep here for free anymore. Fuck you, Mom. Oh, look at that. I turned 18 and now I have to pay rent. Eat shit. He's like, oh, you done with that adventuring nonsense? I want you to stay here, but I won't actually, like, let you stay here. Fucking HOA got to Eliahan. No, it's cool. I'll just sleep next fucking door. It's like if you lived, like, somewhat near a hotel and you, like, visited from college. Your mom's like, so, it's about 12 a.m. We're thinking about going to bed. You gonna stay at that hotel next door? That's kind of what I'm, like, Like, I jumped on the Samus and Emmy amiibo because I thought, like, those were gonna get, like, scalped hardcore. But, they ended up, like, falling to, like, 20 bucks sometimes. So, like, maybe I'll just wait on the Silux one. What's the worst that happens? Well, the worst that happens is I don't get a Silux amiibo, but in, like, in which case, I don't know. Can't be too sad about it. I don't know, no one around me carries amiibo anymore. Like, no, the Best Buy has a couple, but, like, I thought they were gonna stop carrying them entirely, but now that, like, they're bringing back, like, physical media, like DVDs and stuff, like, maybe they'll, like, flesh out their amiibo, maybe they'll flesh out their amiibo selection a bit. Alright. I mean, like, if I go to the, like, the Nintendo section at my local, like, Walmart or Target, it's like, it's got, like, plushes and then, like, download vouchers for games. Like, not even necessarily physical games, like, anymore. Like, the physical game selection has been, like, incrappened to, like, kind of, like, flesh out the... just, like, digital download cards. It's like, oh, this is kind of fucked. I don't know. The last amiibo I kind of considered getting was, I kind of considered getting Sephiroth, but I had it, like, in my cart the other day, and I was like, do I really want to pay? It was, like, you know, like, the standard, like, 16 bucks. And I was like, do I really want this? And, like, I ended up just, like, closing the tab. Yeah, that's what I ended up just, like, putting on Padfoot. Like, I mean, it's not like our MP, like, is gonna super matter here, because, like, we'll get to a town and restore it, like, dirt cheap anyway, but... yeah, probably better just not to deal with this fight at all if I can avoid it. Now, here's a real enemy, I think. Yeah, there we go. Well, not for long, but... I don't know, because most of my amiibo selection is all just, like, anime swordsman and Terry. And, like, Sephiroth is, like, the last anime swordsman amiibo I would need. Did they, make an amiibo for female Byleth? Because if they did, I didn't get that. I did get male Byleth. I mean, I kind of prefer his design anyway. Like, generally with, like, the Fire Emblem protagonists, where, like, you can, like, choose their gender, like, I kind of, like, gravitate towards the female, but, like, I think male Byleth kind of, like, I don't know, it just, like, feels like, well, is fitting the term I want to use? I don't think fitting is the term I want to use, but I like male Byleth more. No, there's no player 2, but okay, so then I've got all the Byleth I need. I did get Sora. I was very happy to get Sora. I think I pre-ordered Sora. Ooh. For free, good sir? Galen's house! Can I rest here for free, good sir? The Liar of Ire, huh? You gonna tell me where he is? I think is Sora an Sora is yeah, I'd say he's an anime swordsman. He's pretty anime. Oh, this is going a lot faster than I thought it would. Neat. Well, I mean, like, it's technically, like, more of a club if you want to get, like, real specific about it, but it is called the Keyblade. Oh, I didn't even see a monster there. Oh yeah, damn, there he is. Okay. He had my scent, so let me rub a little musk on me. Let's get that grossy musky. Spiner? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna, like, even when I get Bonanza, like, I don't think I'm gonna get the DLC. Like, that didn't, like, what they showed did not look like $20 to me. Like, it's cool going to, like, DK Isle. Like, I heard the Donkey Kong 64 music and I pogged out a bit. But, like, just, like, going around, like, smashing points on a map. It's like, oh, like, get that on time. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. That doesn't look like it's a third of the price of the game kind of content to me. Of course, I say that, I'm gonna fucking jump on the fucking, ZA DLC. Yeah, it's like, a lot of these kind of feel like things that, like, in the earlier Switch era, or, like, even, like, the Wii U era would have been, like, just, like, post-game things. Like, you know, like, when you, like, get, like, the, Peach's Castle World in Super Mario Odyssey, like, at the end of the game as, like, a fun little reward to dick around in. Like, that kind of feels like the thing that they would charge $20 for now. Very much, it kind of sucks that, like, when any company does well, they get really fucking cocky the next generation. Like, the Wii U did bad, and then they're like, oh shit, we gotta go nutso on the Switch, and then, like, they went nutso on the Switch, and it was cool and good, and now they're like, well, now we're, like, the second best-selling console ever. Let's cash in that goodwill. Oh my god, you're right, the Delta episode would be paid DLC. Shit, I didn't even think about that, man. Could you imagine dropping 30 I can't, like, come at this from, like, any place of, like, good faith, because I'm like, you know what, I probably would. Like, I'm kind of at the point where, like, with Pokemon, like, I'm like, alright, you kind of have me by the... Like, I'm sorry, Scarlet and Violet was so fucking good that, like... Yeah, I'm probably gonna let them, like, cash in on my goodwill a bit for ZA. I just hope that, like, that Mega expansion is, like, good. Because, like, I'm gonna pay $30 for that, and if it's not, like, at the very least, like, Sword and Shield expansion tier, I'm gonna be a little heated. Like, I skipped new releases from Ultra Sun and Moon up to, Sword and Shield, so, like, fuck, I'll do it again, but, like, please don't take the goodwill that I had and, like, kind of, like, blow it on a misplaced, like, money grab. Well, here's the thing, that if, objectively, the Mythicals in, Legends Arceus were also locked behind paywalls. Like, you needed to have, like, save files from Sword and Shield and, damn it. You needed to have, save files from Sword and Shield and BDSP to, get Shaman and Darkrai in PLA. So, like, objectively, they were also behind a paywall. You know, I started another run at this game on Switch 2, and I stopped using the Monster Master, because I was like, you know what, let me see how this game pans out. Oh shit, they did. Oh god! I don't know if you, like, heard the music shift. It got like lower pitched and like a little more like ominous. That's what they fucking did in the Game Boy Color version, where like it would get like deeper and like spookier and scarier, and they're doing it again here. Like, I'm of two minds of ZA's expansion, because like I wanted an actual expansion for PLA, and I didn't get it. So I was like, it's cool to see that, like, we're actually getting the expansion. And, like, if we were gonna get one, like, yeah, it was gonna get announced and it was content that, like, wasn't gonna be in the launch but was currently being worked on. But, like, there is just something a little, like, shit when it's announced, before the game even comes out. Like, Day 1 DLC is just, like, a stank. It's got a bad aura about it. I'm just hoping that, like, the Kalos Battle League stuff is gonna be like, when Sword and Shield had the, shiny Galarian legendary birds out. Well, it doesn't come out day one, but, like, you can pre-order the DLC on the first day that the game is out. So it's akin to day one DLC, I guess you could say. Just use the fucking herbs! If I had to guess, I'm gonna say that the DLC will probably come out closer to Pokemon Day. But, like, I imagine that they also didn't announce it on Pokemon Day, because I'm imagining that, like, Gen 10 is gonna be the big star of the show when it comes to announcements on Pokemon Day. So, like, if they were ever going to announce it, I feel like they would have to either do it now or, like, like, even if they, like, held it off from, like, a month from now, I think that probably would have, like, win over better with people. Or, like, a month from, like, its, like, release. I don't know, like, I'm also kind of, like, excited that, like, it's getting an expansion in that, like, just, like, being feasible about, like, what they were going to put in a video game. Like, if you had to, like, try to, like, jam, like, all of, like, the mythicals and legendaries into that plot, too, it was probably gonna get a little bloated, and, like, something was probably gonna just, like, end up being, like, much weaker than the rest, just by merit of, like, the logistics of making a video game in, like, a 3-year time frame. So, like, Hoopa getting, like, a full expansion, I think, is pretty cool in that regard, if that makes sense. Would I prefer to have the ability to pre-order DLC on day one or have it shadow drop the day it comes out? I would prefer to have it shadow dropped. Not only would it be like a fun surprise to be like, oh shit, we're getting the new DLC, but like, oh fuck, I get to play it now? And plus, then it doesn't have like that, like, kind of like stank of like, oh, you're withholding content, like, to sell to me. Which, like, objectively, like, they're not doing that, like, or, I mean, maybe they are, but, like, yeah, if the expansion was announced, like, even 4 months from now, it's, like, this is the same content that would have been worked on either way. It's just, the way it's presented is just a little shit, you know what I'm saying? There's just, like, a bit of a stank about it. Oh, fuck. I mean, just a Mimic at this point in the game, I don't really super mind. I think there's, like, an upgraded Mimic coming up, though, because, like, yeah, Mimics aren't scary anymore. I think I actually have the Blizzard Blade equipped. This was one of my favorite rooms in, like, the earlier versions of the game, because it's like, we're already all the way, like, down here. And it's, like, scary to, see that, like, oh shit, it goes, like, even deeper. And, like, you can't, like, I'm like, oh, shit. The world doesn't even want you going in here. Alright, what does the hero shield give me? Attacks against fire and ice attacks. Wow, look at that. I think this is, like, that looked like it had, like, the mark of, like, the hero on it. Yeah, like, I don't know if any of you guys watched Jenny Nicholson, but, like, she kind of, like, talked about, like, airplane, like, pricing schemata. And it's like, yeah, everyone hates Spirit because, yeah, like, the plane ticket is cheap, but, like, every single little amenity just, like, costs money, so it, like, feels like, I'm like, oh, more and more payments that I wasn't expecting. This sure feels good as a consumer to experience. Which I thought was, like, I thought that was good. Oh, God. Oh, God! Whopper, no! I was like, it's okay, maybe they won't go for Whopper, and boy howdy if that troll didn't aim right for fucking Whopper. Do I have, like, anything? I'm surprised they don't have, like, an escape rope, like, type item. But, like, I get, like, that would defeat why this dungeon is scary if, like, you could just, like, get out of it at any time you wanted. The whole point of it is like, oh, you don't have any magic, hee hee. Alright, we are pretty beaten TH up. Oh, do you think a Chimera Wing will work here? I'm a steer. Oh, yeah, no, won't work. They thought of everything. Yeah, I didn't think about the like, I got so obsessed with Zoom that I was like, oh, I didn't think of, like, a Chimera Wing essentially just being Zoom, but boy howdy if they thought of that for me. Oh, that, oh, no, Talenteer Tunner. Talenteer. Yeah, no, I'm curious as to why the Western Direct didn't show the Star Force trailer. Like, not even in, like, the, like, little, like, sizzle reel. Kind of feels like it would be, like, the perfect thing for it. Is that, like, the last, like, collection before Legends? Like, are we at the point where, like, the only thing they have left is, she finally giving us, like, a Mega Man Legends game? Or collection? Bring my Whopper back, she is fucking dead. Which seemed to yeah, the burning effigy of the Mega Man Abominable. Have any of you guys, like, seen, like, the ZA leaks? Like, I'm not saying, like, go out and spoil it if you haven't, but, like, if you have seen the ZA leaks, don't tell me if it gets a Mega, but, like, is Delmise in the game? Like, is that one of those, like, future ones that, like, would have, like, gotten it? Like, it's like, I've been on a real Delmise kick recently for some reason, and I'm like, can I please play this in a game that isn't Sword and Shield?
Is it really you? Blimey! It's me, your old pal Robin Hood!
Look at that. I don't know why I'm, like, actually genuinely excited to see him.
And I really have gone straight this time. New world, new life. That's what I say. What's that? How come I'm in the clink then? Ah, simple misunderstanding is all. I'm a changed man, honest.
God, this voice actor is having so much fun.
Here, why don't I prove it by telling you something good? By way of apology for all the hassle I've given you over the years.
Has this game taken years?
Here goes. There's a thing called the Sunstone. Proper valuable.
He's so kawaii.
Well, They only keep it in the dining room of the castle here in Tantagel. Can't help but wonder where the heck all me henchmen wound up, though.
I'm so excited to see him. Oh, and I have his underwear now. Wonderful. Great, they smell yucky. I was gonna say this game is the Ponyo of Final Fantasy, and that doesn't mean anything. Like, my brain was just like, what if I just, like, smash two words? Just, like, smashed words together and see if, like, anyone yells at me for it. I think Northern Lion's getting to me. He said, like, something, it was like, he was like, I've had this joke in my mind that's, like, nothing. It was like, when the pussy tight. And, like, I've been sitting here, like, trying not to die laughing over it. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. When the pussy tight. Then, here's the other thing that, like, he's broken me in a new and interesting way. He's been playing this, like, I don't know if he has been, I've just been, like, looking at, like, the librarians posting. I watched a bunch of clips from him about a game called, Rematch, which is, like, a soccer game. And, like, between that and having read, like, Captain Tsubasa recently, I've just been, like, really into the concept of soccer recently. And I put, like, genuine thought into, I'm like, oh, maybe I should do, like, a soccer game stream. But then I played, Super Mario Strikers on, GameCube and SO. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. Like, this isn't quite what I want. I'm like, oh, all the NPCs feel a little too brainless, but, like, I don't know how to, like, get past the goalie. So I just kinda, like... I think I played for, like, an hour, and then I put it down. And then I never really had any intention of going back to it. The big thing I want to do on, NSO, GameCube NSO right now is, I haven't, like, played Wind Waker since, like, I played a little bit, like, of the HD port in, like, 2015 after I beat Ocarina of Time 100%. I'm like, oh, maybe I could, finally, you know, go back and maybe give Wind Waker a fair shake. And I played it for an hour on my friend's Wii U and then never touched it again. But, no, it's like, I haven't, like, it has been literally half my life since I've beaten Wind Waker. Like, that was 2010, that was 15 years ago, and I'm 30. Like, it's been, like, half my life now, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just, like, see if, like, give Wind Waker, like, 100% run. Like, give it, like, a fair shake. Like, if I don't enjoy it, I can always just, like, put it down, but, like... Maybe I should just, like, go for it again. Yeah, I don't mind, or at least I didn't mind the downtime, like... I kind of liked sailing. It was like, I like water in video games. Even if it, like, wasn't, like, quite, like, everything I wanted out of, like, water in games. Like, imagine, like, if, like, Wind Waker got, like, the Tears of the Kingdom treatment and, like, instead of, like, the Underdepths, like, you could, Ooh, crackle. What is Click? Oh, I think Click... I don't know what Click is. What the fuck is... No, Click is, the unlock spell, I think. Let me check this out. Click opens locked doors. Okay, yeah, like, if you, like, level up, I think this one's for Wizard. Like, if you level it up, like, fast enough, like, you don't need the final key. Yeah, I don't know what it's been about my my algorithm lately. People have not, like, I'm assuming that, like, the algorithm just isn't telling people I'm streaming. But I don't know, like, I'm kind of at the point past the point of caring about it. there's been enough good conversation in the chat that I'm like, alright, this feels like a 12-person stream. God, I love having Crackle. I'm gonna say if, I might be getting got by restricted mode, it's entirely possible. Ah. Ooh. Yeah, Crackle! Oh! Boy, Crackle with the duplicate is fucking insane. This shit is nuts. Buddy, you sure you want to do this alone? Out there. He's just gone. She restrict on my mouth. Remember when that was like the big meme? It was like, bro, you posted cringe. You are going to lose subscriber. I don't know why. I don't know. I've always read that in like a Russian accent for some reason. It feels very Russian, if that makes sense. Hypno Whip is fucking busted, man. I'm so glad I had a thief. It was kind of like an Eastern European. It was like, bro, you are just posting cringe. You are going to lose subscribe. And I was just kind of like going into like some like weird, Oh my god, this cave is full of subscribe. Sorry. Alright, who needs more MP? You know, KFC Phillip, you can have that. I don't think I'm gonna, like, change their job classes for a bit, so, like, I could probably stand to, like, give these to more than just the MC. Of course, I am gonna probably give a lot of them to the MC, but... Yeah, like, shit, the MC just needs the agility here. Bro, what the fuck are these seed rolls? Holy shit. Though the luck seeds do have to go to the martial artist because, like, they have, like, a special crit rate based on their luck stat. So if we crank that shit up, they'll be monsters. Dragon Quest monsters? I think part of it, too, is, like, the algorithm, like, hates when you have, numbers in your title. So, like, I have a stream set for Wildcard Wednesday. I won't say what it is yet, but, like, I'm trying, like, a new thing where, like, I just have, like, the number of, like, what episode, like, what session of the stream it is in the thumbnail. But, like, just totally eschewing, like, actually having it in the title, and I'll see how that works. It's not Dark Souls 2 yet, but... I'm a little worried about the Dark Souls 2 stream, because, like, Kish was, like, running some stuff to, like, get ready for it, and apparently the servers on it is, like, really fucking spotty lately. I'm like, man, don't do that. Dark Souls 2 is a little bit of a long game. I need those servers to be completely active when the entire point of this stream is playing multiplayer with my homies. I would say, playing through Dark Souls 2 during quarantine with my pals was, like, a really, like, pleasant moment. Like, memory. It was like, wow, it really feels like we're on an adventure together. Alright, let's head back to Tantagel, and it looks like I got a little lost. Let's restore some of that there MP, and then do our shit. Yeah, I'll have a little guy in the corner that always raises more fingers. And when we get to, like, 11, it starts, like, growing out of his head instead of, like, growing, like, more out of his hands. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Where were we? So we were there, so just don't go there again. Actually, it doesn't look like there's much going on up top here. Well, X marks the spot, so what say we start heading downwards this time? Add fingers to his fingers. That was kind of what I was doing when I was doing the Vietnamese Crystal Let's Play. Where I was just, like, every, like, session I would, like, add another, like, really minute detail to, the thumbnail. And I was like, you know, like, I am putting a lot of, like, visual, like, clutter in, like, a tiny-ass thumbnail that, like, people are probably looking at on their phones and can't fully parse. But, I like doing it too much. It's very... Making thumbnails is very fun, even if it's, like... They're not good thumbnails, per se, because they just don't, because they don't, like... A good thumbnail should be, like, no clutter, like, very visually clear, like, hey, here's kind of, like, something exciting and interesting, but I'm just like, yeah, what if I just, like, made every frame a painting here? And just, like, went absolutely nuts with it? I'm not gonna say it's high art or anything, but, like... The fun I like having with the creative process is, like, antithetical to, like, success. Is, I guess, the best way to put it. The shit I am doing is not helping me at all, but it's fun and I like doing it, so... Eventually, the pendulum's gonna, like, switch, and it's gonna be really good for your algorithm if you have, like, completely fucking inscrutable thumbnails. Right? The pendulum's gotta swing around, right? Because remember, it used to be, like, a thing where it's like, oh, like, only have your videos be 10 minutes and 5 seconds long. Because, like, that's, like, the perfect for the algorithm, but now it's like, okay, if your video is in 3 hours, don't fucking bother uploading it. So, like, nothing matters. Keeping track of this shit when it's not my job is gonna just kill me. This is why Sage has quit, because, like, trying to keep on top of such a fickle fucking algorithm is just, like, you'll drive yourself crazy, man. Boy, I'm really glad I used 30 MP on that single enemy that was already, like, on death's door. It's like the carrot and the stick, but the carrot's actually a stick of dynamite. And the stick is just, like, an actual, like... It's like one of those, like, baseball bats with, like, nails hammered into it. That was one of my favorite weapons in Final Fantasy VII, Cloud's Nail Bat. It was like, hey, it's got, like, good stats, but, like, your materia don't get any stronger if you have it equipped. So it's like, you know, like, you gotta, like, put it all on your armor instead. I've been wanting to go through 7 again. Like, I need to play the remake, because I really want to play Rebirth. But then, like, part of me is just like, well, yeah, but what if you played 7 again? Just, like, regular 7 again. I really want to get my niece into, 7. And then, like, I was, like, talking with my cousin, and she was just like, well, yeah, but, like, she's not reading on that level yet. I'm like, I don't know, she's, like, getting kind of old. Like, shouldn't she be reading better by now? And she's like, yeah, but I want her to enjoy her childhood. I'm like, bud. It's hard to get excited for Remake Intergrade just because it's a keycard. That's, like, the other thing, too. It's just, like... I won't get, like, too upset about, like, an all-digital future when, like, things go on sale, but, like, at launch, like... I don't want to spend 40 bucks on a digital game, man. Not on Switch, too. Like, especially, like, if I still have to, like, take the fucking keycard... Like, I get, like, that's, like, the whole point, unless, like, they're trying to, like... This is, like, the bridge to the all-digital future. But, yeah, like the 7, like, pretty much everything from Square Enix on Switch 2 is a keycard. And, like, I get this is, like, the bridge is like, look, it might be digital, but you still have a little physical thing that you can resell. I'm like, well, yeah, but that's, like, all of, like, the negatives of physical and, like, none of the like, all of the negatives of physical and none of the positives of digital. So, like, I don't want a keycard, man. I'm not, like, necessarily opposed to getting it digitally, like, I'll get a, like, if Remake Intergrade goes on sale for, like, $20 down the road, I'll probably hop on that. Great, now I gotta rub musk all over me. Gotta get that gross-ass white boy all over my body. And you know he's gonna get weird about it, too. The Tactics remake is in, like, this, like, weird spot of, like, I don't really know who it's for. Like, everything that they're describing about it, I was just like, well, you know, like, like, on Android, like, the version of the game that, like, has more content and probably looks a little better goes on sale for, like, $4 all the time on, like, mobile. So, like, I don't really know who this remake is for. Unless they're, like, adding new content. I heard they're adding a little bit of new content, which would be nice, but, like, none of, like, the War of the Lions content is in. So, ultimately, my take is, someone made, like, the most comic core, patch for it. Where it's a patch of the PS1 version that, like, uses the PS1 translation, which I like, because I think the War of the Lions version is a little too flowery and Shakespearean. What was it? Purple Prose, I think it's called. But then, like, someone, like, took all of the content from War of the Lions and, like, brought it into the PS1 version, and then tried their best to, like, make a translation for the new stuff that sounds like it would have been the PS1 translation. I was like, you know what? This is it. This is for sickos like me. So, like, when I heard, like, all of, like, the stuff about, like, the Tactics remake, I was like, you know what? I'll probably just fire this fan patch up, actually. This sounds more my speed. And, like, I could be wrong. Like, they could add stuff that, like, makes it, like, worth it. And, like, ultimately, like, yeah, like, the target audience is very much probably just, like, look, it's a new thing on, like, a system that you actually own. So, like, you'll actually play it. I just, I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of the Tactics remake. DuckTales, you're so powerful. I think that's usually the level I beat the GBC version at, but you got a ways to go. I mean, not like a ways to go, but like, we're not done yet. The big thing I'm, like, waiting for right now is, like, I was kind of hoping that they would show more, like, GameCube and SO, because, like, now that I'm on Switch 2, I'm like, well, now I want more GameCube games to play. Give me more GameCube, please. Like, the one I'm most excited for, obviously, is, like, Path of Radiance, because I want to, like, go through that on, like, maybe even hard mode. Like, now that I know enough about Fire Emblem, I think I could do hard mode on Path of Radiance just fine. But, knowing from, like, how they tend to put, Fire Emblem stuff on NSL, like, I'm like, oh, this is probably not coming for a bit. I don't give half a shit about the Ore Pokemon games, man. Those are gonna happen, I'm gonna be like, alright, well, that's a month wasted. I think the only way I would have really enjoyed, like, Coliseum or XD is if I did, like, play them at launch. Because I remember when I was young and I would see, like, the commercial for Pokemon Coliseum, I'd be like, whoa, so cool! It's a 3D Pokemon adventure! And then I played it when I was, like, 16, like, when I had, like, a way higher tolerance for, like, slower RPGs as well. And I was just like, this is fucking boring. So, like, I think I even tried, like, streaming Coliseum once. I was like, oh, like, it'll be better on stream. And it wasn't. And, like, I think I ended up, like, calling that... no, like, no, I didn't call that stream early. I ended up with just, like, an hour into Coliseum. I was like, man, I really don't want to fucking play Coliseum. And, like, we just ended up making it into, like, a drawing stream instead. Not to be sipping hardcore on that haterade, but I do not find, well, I don't know. I don't find Coliseum interesting. I've never played XD. Maybe XD is better. I would hope it's better. I would hope that a sequel game, like, improves on its prequel. Doesn't always happen, but I would always hope. I'd also like, Mario Sunshine again. I don't know, it's like, the GameCube's really easy to emulate, but, like, now I can have it on the go. And, like, the Switch 2 screen is fucking huge, man. Like, playing, like... it is, like, getting to a point where I'm like, alright, these things are starting to be, like, the size of, like, my actual CRT. Alright, well, obviously not that big, but, like, I could play, Sunshine and very feasibly see everything. I wouldn't imagine that they would have home connectivity for the OR games, but, if they did, that would be really cool. Especially, like, if they, like, do the thing where, like, they probably won't, like, have, like, Jirachi, like, available in Coliseum, but, could you imagine, like, if they did have it so it's like, oh, you can get your free Jirachi, like, in the Coliseum bonus disc? So, like, you, like, the meta for shiny Jirachi hunting now has just become getting an NSO subscription and soft resetting for it. I think that'd be nuts. If they did that, I would be super excited. I would shiny hunt shiny Jirachi in Coliseum if they did that. As long as they also had home connectivity, because, like, if I just have a shiny Jirachi in Coliseum and then, like, can't actually bring it anywhere, I'm like, well, then I probably should have just put it on Dolphin. Because then at least I could PK Hex it up to, like, home. I should probably look at some of the new equipment I've been getting here. A suit of hate mail. This rocks. What's Tears Before Bedtime? A spoiled brat. Yuck. Alright, let's see. Hate mail. Reduces enemies from some... Probably not good. Demon Spear. I don't know if... It mentions these are, like, well, fiendish. That sounds like it's probably cursed, right? Can anyone even, like, equip that spear? I don't think I have anyone who can, like, equip that spear, even. Oh, Whopper can? That's interesting. Oh, PK Hex is piss simple, man. Like, if, it's not quite plug and play. Like, it's got, like, maybe the slightest learning curve for the UI. But, like, once you, like, know, like, how to, like, kind of, like, fuzz... it does, like, a pretty good job, like, self-explaining itself, too. But, like, probably, like, is she playing, like, on a homebrew 3DS? Because, like, at that point, the hardest thing is just, like, you know, popping your SD card out and, like, putting it in your PC so you can actually, like, put the file in PK hex. And that's just annoying. It's not hard. I did that today, because I had to, once we got the news about, like, the ZA, like, if you put a Pokemon into ZA, you can, like, through home, like, you can't ever use it in, like, any other currently existing Pokemon game again. So I was like, okay, well, I was gonna hunt Shiny Zygarde for, to bring in here, but, like, I don't want to, like, hunt it in Dynamax Adventures just to basically lose it forever. So, I used PK Hex to, like, basically, recreate the event Shiny Zygarde. Gonna use Citra, so... Oh, yeah, if you're on Citra, then fuck yeah, this is even easier. Doesn't get any easier than that. That basically is plug and play. Because at that point, then it's just, like, firing up Citra, just, like, right-clicking the game and hitting, like, open save location. Did I go to all these other ones? Did I go to that bottom right one? I'm pretty sure I went to that bottom right one, right? Maybe I didn't. If that's the reason, that is fucking stupid, man. I don't know. I'm just imagining, like, the Switch 2 games are probably gonna have, like, a bit of a tech bridge like the Switch 1 stuff did. But, like... It does suck a little bit, like... If basically, like, all, like, the Switch games are just kind of, like, locked to that, like, that ecosystem. And, like, it's gonna get to a point where, like, basically, like, if I can't bring my shiny Zekrom up with me further and further, like... I'm gonna not get heated, but, like, just be, like, disappointed. I'm like, yeah, but I hunted that thing. I Hawk 2 hunted on that thing. I mean, hell, maybe that's why they just didn't have, like, the shiny legendaries in Scarlet and Violet. They're like, please don't hunt it, it's gonna get locked here and you're gonna be sad. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just, like, a weird thing and, like, ZA is just gonna be another outlier. Because then that's the case for, like, Gen 10. Like, won't that suck? It's like, oh, it's gonna be like another thing where it was like the jump from Gen 2 to Gen 3, where, like, you couldn't trade anything. No. Shit. Now I know what I was doing. Let me throw on Padfoot. I think it was the upper left one I had to go down. Or maybe I've already done that. I got so engrossed in conversation that I kind of forgot what I was doing. Alright, was I down here? I was down here. Okay, so we're done with this dungeon. The Craggy Cave is done with. Well, on the bright side, we're nice and strong now, aren't we? Neat. I say, it's like not like you really need to grind too much in this one. The game really does quite the job of doing it for you. That's what I'm kind of excited for about 7 Reimagined. judging from like what they said about like the battle system, like, and like the job class system, like even if they keep the stank ass way that the 3DS version did it, having 2 jobs at once means at least you've always got like one in the back pocket. So like the meta might even be just like having like hustle dance in the back pocket at all times. At least that's how I would do it. It just kind of feels nice knowing that, like, I can have a secondary job class, use it, and not feel like it's wasted the second I want to try advancing something new. I'd like to experience that tree up there. Hey, we finally got chimeras. Do you think, like, they're, like, the Chimera wings just, like, waft up from the pit of Georgia? That was one of the funny things about, the Dragon Quest Monsters series. The Game Boy Advance one that never came stateside, is such a fanfic-ass concept. Oh. What do we have here? Sure, man. What is this saying that all women are monsters? This is not a woke game at all. What the fuck were Alt-Righters complaining about? This is the most unwoke game I've ever played. Green Giant. Wow. Oh, Spirit Bracer. I wanted to see what the Spirit Bracer did. Ah, it's not really all that impressive. Oh, no, Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart was, you play as Kiefer from Dragon Quest VII, who, no lie, gets isekai'd into the world of Dragon Quest II to find the orbs from Dragon Quest III. That is the plot of Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart. First time I heard about them, like, this fucking rocks. What a weird-ass concept. Though, like, I get it, because, like, that game came out, like, not, like, incredibly long after, 7 came out. Like, it feels like that, like, came, like, exclusively, like, into response to, like, how well, like, Dragon Quest 7 sold. They're like, shit, the people want Dragon Quest, the people want more Dragon Quest 7, give them more Dragon Quest 7! But that never came stateside. Which I'm not super surprised about, just because, like, that still probably would have come out when Square and Enix were still separate. And Enix got fucking hosed in the States around then. Like, Nobugasawara was talking about, like, he was just, like, Torneko, The Last Hope, that PS1 Mystery Dungeon game with Torneko from 4, was, like, he's like, yeah, this came over mostly because, like, they were like, yeah, no, this is never fucking happening, this will never sell. And Nob's like, I'll translate it for basically free, like, please let me do this. And so he just, like, put, like, a shitload of work into it, and then, like, the game sold, like, absolute garbage. Like, they were right, it did not sell, but, like, he was like, yeah, like, Enix's, like, office at the time was, like, a really tiny, like... Yeah, you ever go to, like, those buildings where it's, like, 4 different businesses, like, in one, and they all have, like, really tiny, like, boutique office space? It was like, yeah, like, all of Enix's operation was, like, basically right next to, like, a hairdresser. And, like, I walked down, I'm like, is this the place? And they're like, hey! Welcome to our humble little abode. Which I thought was so interesting to read. Like, it's like... I can't imagine working there was fun. Like, at any time knowing, like, that this is just, like, a completely doomed operation. But, like, I don't know. I feel like there would be something kind of magical about, like, trying to bring such beloved games over in such, like, a, we'll say, intimate setting. Though, judging from, like, the work conditions, I feel like it would probably be hell to work. It would probably be hellish to actually work there. That line's interesting because it's like, well, yeah, now, like, the game told us, like, where to go and get that, but, like, in the, earlier ports, it was kind of like a hint to, like, oh, hey, maybe you should go back up and check to see if you missed something. Just one of those, like, weird things, I guess, about, like, you know. I don't know, it's easy to romanticize, like, something like that, but I can't imagine those work, because, like, Knob was basically, like, yeah, like, we were putting in, like, I was putting in, like, 12-hour days. Is that a reference to a fucking music video? I was putting, like, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for, like, 3 weeks. And, like, you do all of that, and, like, it's gotta hurt, like, knowing you put, like, that much time into something and, like, no one actually, like, plays it. Though, have you seen the box art to Torneko The Last Hope? It's really fucking bad. I don't know why they were like, oh yeah, let's make, like, a little, like, claymation thing for it, but, like, make everything look, like, really ugly. I'm like, you want the games to sell, right? Like, I think that game came out after Dragon Warrior 3 did on the Game Boy Color, where, like, they used just, like, the Toriyama, like, anime aesthetic as, like, Dragon Ball was starting to take off here. It's like, why didn't you just make it look more like Dragon Ball? Yeah, it's like that messy 3D model. I think it was, like, actually, like, made out of, like, clay. Like, not, it wouldn't be claymation because there was no animation, but, it was, in fact, clay. That sounds like something that we should do. How are all these just, like, regular-ass people falling from, like, getting anywhere near the Pit of Gyaga? Come! Alright, got anything good for us? Power Shield. If I'm not mistaken, like, this one's kind of like, it's a use of mid-heal? Maybe it's more heal in this game. Let me check. Dragon Quest 3 HD-2D Power Shield. No, it's still just mid-heal. That's basically useless at this point in the game. Can't use Bandit Mail. For those who think the fun of the fight is strutting their stuff. I wonder if this, like, adjusts your model. HD-2D Remake. Oh, it does change the appearance. But that is a lot of money to blow on like that. Maybe we'll get one for free. And this little wizard. I wonder what that could mean. I should save. I have an idea. Let's save. Well, I did all autosaves anyway, so I was always safe, but it's always nice, just in case. Give me some of that stanky fucking musk. I feel like that should be enough for, like... Is there anything else interesting here? Nothing I care about. But yeah, it's like, you should have just used the Toriyama anime aesthetic for Last Hope, because, like, I think it worked. I think the Game Boy Color version of Dragon Warrior 3 sold pretty well, like, stateside. Like, not like gangbusters necessarily, but, like, certainly a fuck of a lot better than fucking Torneko The Last Hope. I get that they were probably just, like, throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck, but, like, man. I don't know, it's probably all easy to, like, say this in, like, fucking hindsight. I can't imagine running Enix USA in the late 90s, early 2000s was fun. Especially because, like, they operated until, like, the mid-90s and then, like, shut down for a few years before coming back for some reason. Like, Dragon Quest 6 was mostly, like, fully localized for the Super Nintendo as Dragon Quest V stateside. Like, it got, like, real deep into localization before the US side shut down their operations for a few years. I don't even know why they reopened then, if they were just really not going to do anything with it. These are very interesting things. Because, like, you try to think of, like, small operations that didn't make it stateside nowadays, and, like, what is it, like, level 5, or, like... NIS is looking a little sketch. I was kind of surprised to see Disgaea 7 Complete, like, show up. Even in, like, the sizzle reel. I'm like, do you guys still have the money to try this shit? It does kind of suck, because, like... I do, like, I'm very fondly nostalgic of, like, all this stuff they put out in the PSP. But that's just kind of, like, what sucks about, like, the modern era in video gaming in general. It's, like, right now, it's, like, the Switch is still the, like, basically the littlest portable console. If you want, like, an actual, like, portable console experience, you still gotta go to the Switch. But it's still HD, so, like... actually developing a game for the Switch is still going to be a significantly pricier endeavor than something like the DS or PSP. So, like, you kind of get, like, priced out, or, like, certain things, like, have to... Like, Disgaea moving to, like, cheaper 3D models just because the sprite work would be difficult and expensive to do. Like, I don't know, maybe there is something to be said about we didn't need to advance quite like that, because I think it's possible we lost more than we gained. There is something very cool about having, HD games on the go, but... you know... That's what I'm saying, yeah, like, now it's like you like, the indie scene is, like, kind of picking up the slack there, but, I don't know, it's like, I kept, like, seeing, like, he's like, in this action, platformer roguelike, and I was like, okay, well, now I'm completely uninterested in your game, and it's like, that's all, like, anyone wants to make now. I don't give a shit about your roguelike, stop making them. Or don't stop making them, because clearly it's working, but, like, I'm not interested in playing another roguelike. I'm just like, have a game where I could go from, like, point A to point B. Like, I don't want to, like, constantly replay it with, like, picking a thing out of 3 things. Like, just let my stats go up, man. This is a massive group of enemies. I'm trying to think of, like, roguelikes I actually enjoyed, but I don't, like, think I've actually played many roguelikes. I think there were like a couple I tried, and I'm just like, I don't really like this like gameplay style. Yeah, that's the fucked up thing too. It's like, do you think like Silk Song's gonna like accidentally cause like a bit of a backlash against indie devs when like they're like, yeah, we have to actually charge like $30 to like recoup our costs, but they're like, oh, but Silk Song like was 20 and like this isn't anywhere good as Silk Song. It's like, well, yeah, but like,
Hi
they
there. I'm the fairy who used to work for Rubis, by the way.
What is she ASMRing me?
And it was me who called out to you the day you turned 16.
Wow. I thought that was
Rubis
Rubis
had
proper.
enough on her plate back then, so I decided to step in and help out.
I don't think they said it was a servant of Rubis in the older one. I think they just said it was straight up Rubis.
Honestly, I think I might have actually been a bit blunt with you that day. Sorry about that.
Neat.
No hard feelings? Anyway, you're here now, and that's what matters.
I could listen to you read the phone book to me, Sweet Pea.
Now, listen to me very carefully. If you're to stand a chance of reaching the Lord of the Underworld, then you'll need help from Rubis. Unfortunately, Zoma currently holds her prisoner, and that's where you come in. She's trapped on the top floor of a spire, locals know as the Tower of Rubis.
What the fuck is that line
Stands on
read?
a small isle to the north.
Did you fucking hear that line read? It felt like she was like reading it for the first time and stumbling on it.
First, you'll need to find the fairy flute. Once you have it, you'll be able to awaken Rubis and free her from Zoma's clutches. Anyway, make a start by heading to the village of Cole. I've got a feeling someone there might be able to point you in the right direction.
Okie doke.
Oh, let me give you the Staff of Rain. You humans do like staves, right?
Bitches love staves. Damn, we're doing really well here. Maybe we'll be able to knock this out next
Rain and
stream.
sun, the twain do meet. The rain's bow shall not reach complete. Well, fingers crossed this stuff ends up being of use.
Well, shit. Ah, lady, your dandruff is getting all over me. Great, now we've all got emphysema.
Take care anyway. You'll be fine, I'm sure. But I'll pray for your safety, just in case.
Thanks, servant. You don't even get a name, you're just this servant. I do like a sassy fairy in video games. 9 did a good job of that. Will do, you stinky old Wait. I'm gonna take your wing and like slightly bend it in a direction it shouldn't. Not enough to hurt, but enough to be like uncomfortable. Okay. So where to head from here? I think we should Alright, I'm gonna keep heading up northeast here and reach Rimmeldar there. I wonder what they call it in this translation. I'm so excited. Oh shit, can I even make it over there? Ah, can alas. Oh shit, there's a gold digger. Everyone be cool. Oh shit, is it resisting to crackle? It's so hot that it resists the thing it's supposed to be weak to. Oh, it's dead. We turn that shadow into light. Just imagine I like did like a really cool hair flip there. Shrine of the Spirit. Can I not warp back there? Is that like the one place in this entire game I can't zoom to? Interesting. Oh, wait, yes I can. I'm sorry. I was looking at the thing on the upper right and being like, oh, that must be where it's, I see circles and movement. That must be where it's trying to zoom me to. I'm like, I haven't been up there yet. Okay. Why, we'll just take the boat around, won't we? So I had a thing where, like, I've been going to... I'm gonna go see the Demon Slayer movie on Tuesday, and I chose a time specifically, so I'm like, man, no one will be in the theater at that time. This will be great. And I get an email from the manager of the movie theater, and he's like, hey, sorry, like, we gotta cancel your thing. We refunded it. We refunded the money to your credit card. But there are other showings on the same day at, like, a similar time, and I'm like, well, why are you canceling, like, this one? And, like, I got tickets for, like, a couple hours later, and it's like, I'm still the only person in the theater, so I'm like, well, what's the issue here? Did, like, you just need, like, that specific one at that specific time, or... But then, like, I also had to end up paying, like, $1.50 more for the ticket. I'm like, was this whole thing just to bilk me for, like, an extra $1.50? Like, did I get scammed? I'm like, there's no way, like, that's what's happening here. Like, that feels like a little too much effort to try to get $1.50 out of someone. When you're at a movie theater and I imagine your operation is, like... Your time is like, the time it sent you to do that and, like, give me a refund was probably worth more, significantly more than $1.50. Like, Evie, I get that. Like, that seems like the kind of thing that's like, oh, we can try to get, like, more money out of someone like that, but, like... I don't know. I thought I was gonna have to go to the, mechanic soon. Because, like, my car battery kind of felt like it was about to start crapping out on me. But, I just, like, kind of filed off some of the schmutz at the connectors, and, like, it looks like it's working fine again. I probably should get the car battery replaced, just because, the last time I got the car battery replaced was, like, 8 years ago. So, like, I am probably on borrowed time and could probably stand to replace it, but, I really don't want to spend the money to replace it right now. Car batteries are like $200. Oh shit, that was a gold golem. Yeah, these aren't, it's, the lighting made me think that these were just like the magma things. They're gold golems. That's why they're resistant to ice. Huh. Well, look at that. Don't I look the fool? Oh, yeah, I could probably hoof it to Rumbledore from there. I remember, one of the first times I was going through Dragon Warrior 1, I would grind around here for, like, cash and gold. And, I'm sorry, for EXP and cash. But my SP at that point was, like, if you held it weird, like, the connecting things would, like, get a little loose if you were playing, like, a Game Boy cartridge. And, like, I did, like, an hour of grinding, and I ended up losing it because the connection thing lost, and I just ended up stopping that file. I was like, well, that bites, but whatever, I guess I'll just go play something else. I think I ended up playing Earthbound. I didn't finish that file on that day, though. That was the summer of 2010. That was a fucked up summer, man. I did not care for that one. It was a little traumatizing. Just a lot of shit happened. I already didn't go into I already wasn't going into it feeling happy. No, it is still Rimeldar. Nice. So, like, I just ended up playing Chrono Trigger a bunch on the DS. I think, like, that summer I ended up beating Chrono Trigger, like, 13, 14, 15 times. Like, I would just, like, beat Chrono Trigger, and then, like... I'm like, alright, well... better just start up another file of Chrono Trigger. So I just would do, like, a New Game Plus run of Chrono Trigger, and just... It became a very comforting game to me. Alright, what do you have for me? A bastard sword. That is a pretty good jump in power, but we are going to get something better soon, so I don't really care. Pretty good jump. Pretty good jump. Meh. Kind of want to hold on to my cash for a bit. I gotta buy that dangerous bikini to make Whopper look a slut. Oh, wow, another Words of Wisdom? Holy shit. You're just giving that out for free around here? I felt like it would have been a reward from, like, the fucking super boss, and not just something just, like, sitting in someone's drawers here. I looked in her drawers and I became a sage. Wow. I got that post-nut clarity when I looked at her drawers. Is this anything? I feel like I had something like a maybe to start with, and I'm drifting further and further away from it. Oh, hey! One of Robin Hood's guys. If I'm not mistaken... Well, that there has a an exclamation mark over it. I think I wasn't mistaken. Well, it just pulled someone's heart out of this place. I don't think I'll be sleeping here. Come on, big item, big money, big money. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? And we get a recovery ring. Damn it. I don't know why I had it in my mind that this was going to be Orich Shalcom. Oh.
Even though I haven't a clue where I come from, I still see a place in my dreams that feels oddly familiar. It's nothing like this land either. Everyone's happy and full of life, despite the monster menace looming large as it does here too.
But they get to see the sun, so it's okay.
My memories have been flooding back ever since I left Tantagel. I recall being a warrior, one of the land's finest. It seems I was on a journey long before I ended up here. My resolve is now unbreakable. I'm convinced I'm on the right path. I simply need to see this quest through to the end.
I need to see this Dragon Quest 3 HD-2D to the end.
However, it must be done alone. Living in terror of monsters for so long has drained the people here of all the fight.
Ting!
There are still a few people whose faces I just can't seem to remember.
I sure hope I didn't have a kid.
An old man, a kind woman, and a newborn baby. Perhaps they're my kin, or simply those I once held dear. If they are in fact my family, then how they must resent me for choosing this journey over them. But I don't think I would have done things any differently, even with my current perspective.
I fucking love being a deadbeat, I do.
Regardless, there are more important things for me to be getting on with. The small matter of ending the Lord of the Underworld, for one.
Hello, Space Boy. And he put that there with a little ring. That must have been his wedding ring.
If I want to be a real deadbeat, I ought to give this one to a random stranger. Lol. I'm Ortega.
I like when older RPGs kind of like play with like boundaries like this. It's like, oh, it kind of looks like you should have walked off screen by now, but if you do explore, there's some stuff for you. Oh shit, are we about to get a Sage Stone? Please let me get a Sage Stone here, I will freak. Ah! Penis and a half. Oh, wait, now there's a door right there, I'll be fine. So this guy in 1 ends up selling, like... Because that one, like, keys are, like, a limited resource that you have to, like, get a bunch of. So it's like, oh, hey, it's like, now that I've seen this, I can build future heroes. Haha, lol. Let me rub some musk on myself in this old man's house. Yes, Sage's kidney stone. Ironically, it heals us, even though it hurt him. His suffering is our benefit. Polly! She wants a cracker. And boy howdy she got one, because I'm white. Is there anything else here, or was it just for that? Oh, these silly daft bastards. They're on the other side of town. Okay. Now, what to do here? Stands to reason I should probably just get back to my ship and fly, or sail up north. I was gonna zoom somewhere, but it is probably faster. Well, actually, here. What if we... Yeah, if we go to Talantir. Talantir. Keep wanting to say Talantir. It sounds cool. It's a dark and evil place where things weep. You gotta say tears. Immediately jumped. Da, 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 da. Oh. -1, -2, and what do we get for 3? Oh, it's alive. Oh, never mind. What do we get? More monsters! Whoa! You smell. Torgan? It's Togortastic. I do wonder where the next monster arena is. I think you may have to, like, unlock it. But I don't know for sure, so I won't say for certain. Finally got through looking for my newly unbanned card. So what's unbanned? Anything I know? Is Pot of Greed legal yet? I was gonna say, like, why is Pot of Greed banned when, like, the Draw 2 card in Pokemon TCG isn't? But I realize I don't actually know if, like, card drawing cards are banned in, I don't know the ban list in Pokemon TCG. Yu-Gi-Oh's the only one I'm kind of, they brought back a Karibo variant they slaughtered. Cool. I imagine now that, like, Karibo has, like, a lot of support just because, like, it's, like, a big, like, special anime card, but, like, was Karibo good in, like, the early eras? Like, did it have support? Or was it always just kind of like, oh, it's one of these level 3 monsters that just kind of exists to get sacrificed? And then once it, like, started, like, showing up in the anime more, they're like, oh, we could probably make some, like, archetypes for it. I remember Winged Karibo being, like a trump card in, one of the anime episodes, but for the life of me, I could not tell you what it did. I don't know, because when I was a dumbass kid, I would see, like, oh, like, this monster only has, like, 300 attack, it's useless, and its effect is, like, shoots off your opponent's dick and, like, feeds them cyanide, and also restores your life points to whatever you want them to be. But I'm like, oh, this has a weak effect, because it's level 4. The first hand try, but it didn't really have a use. Oh, anime did some good there. This just kind of looks like a high-rise. What if it was the Tower of Boob Piss? I should have said Poo Piss. I fucked up. Please forgive me. Is there anything around here that I want? I guess not. Alright. One of these has to be a mimic, right? Okay. Oh. That is pretty damn good. At least I would imagine, like, if you had a— oh! Okay, whack didn't work. That mimic feels like it was a hell of a lot bulkier than the other one. That scared the piss out of me. Let's head to the right. That looks like it's more of a dead end. Which means that there's going to be treasure. Right? You can't have a dead end and not give me treasure. Gamers, this is starting to look like a dead end without treasure. The ones that really saw play were Curry Bandit and the newly Link Karibo. Is that the one that makes him look like the guy from Legend of Zelda? The Alpha Shiny. I did. Alpha Shinies are super fucking dope. My Shiny Zoroark was an Alpha Shiny. You gonna be a Ra's Mirror monster? Oh, we still need the Fairy Flute before we can even finish up here. Alright, let's just get out of here. We gotta head to Cole's first.
First to Sears and then to school, as my dad always said. Linkuribo's a hyperlink. I thought hyperlinks were blocked. Sorry. I do not know much of... I know links exist, and I heard that they're good. But, keep in mind my knowledge of the meta really does just kind of, like, end at, like, probably mid-GX era. I definitely didn't finish, I definitely didn't finish watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX when it was running stateside, and then, like, when they started playing 5Ds, I think everyone was just like, huh, look, they're on motorcycles now, isn't that silly? And I was like, huh, that is silly. I haven't cared about Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while, though, so I guess I don't care. Though I knew people who were still, like, super into Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. I was always kind of in tune with, like, the, more weeb guys, so, like... Even though I'm, like, in middle school, I guess, like, a lot of, like... My anime and manga phase kind of took a bit of a breather during middle school, but, like, I still knew people who were super into it, so I was kept more abreast of goings-on, just basically talking to them. Link monsters are in the extra deck and they're stupidly easy to get out for... Oh, damn. Well, that sounds fucking epic. Haha, you're dead now. That's my attack. Gamers, we're in Coles. I wonder what that shiny spot could be. You know what, if I'm not mistaken... But I am. Wonderful. Linkuribo you can summon just by sacrificing one level 1 monster in the top end. Neat. So then, like, what did Linkuribo do from there? Linkuribo was a hyperlink dedicated to neutering your enemies. Okay. So yeah, it comes out on the field super easily and then just, like, doesn't really let them play the game, is kind of what I'm getting. I think that's neat. That's kind of what the Dragon Warrior Monsters 1 meta was. Where it's like, you, basically can't have any magic spells because, like, the meta is to just immediately set the skill that prevents you from casting spells at all. But it's like, you have to be able to set that up because otherwise it's like, well, what if they do have it? But it's like, no one actually uses it because the meta is just to make sure you can't use it. Very silly meta. I did watch a video about, like, Dark Prince's, like, competitive meta, and it's, like, nothing. Be extra material for more summons, because it could also re-summon its... Oh, okay, goddamn. Sounds like it would be annoying as hell to deal with. But also a lot of a lot of fun to use. Well, I suppose if I must. Well, let me enter. Hooray! And there's a mini medal here. Is this dude naked? I can see his butt. Wait, Wait, what did he say? What the fuck does that mean? No, it's always the joke is that, like, old people in bathhouses in Japan love just making the water really fucking hot, because that's always the joke I see in, like, anime and manga where they go to a bathhouse. Now, if they set the attack to 0, is that, like, just while it's attacking? Or, like, does that basically just mean you're doing, like, direct damage if you have a monster you can use from there? Oh, wait, just for that turn while it attacks. Okay, yeah, never mind then. So I'm like, man, if that just, like, shuts them down to 0, like... That also just sounds a hell of a lot like you can just start doing direct damage, but no. No, I misunderstood. Alright, who wants this? No one... Heals allies' wounds. Let's see if that is what I think it might be. Sage's staff. Oh, misspelled Sage's staff. Come on, DragonQuest.org. Load faster. Almost misspelled it in the exact same way again. I'm not sure why the Dragon Quest wiki is always so slow. Yeah, we're gonna jerk Sages off on stream. Nope, cast mid-heal again. God damn it, I thought it might be multi-heal. Gonna grab his little Californian penis and wave it about, and it's gonna cast mid-heal. And he'll go, ah! Fuck! I'm like, haha. Sages, you're being silly. But so they unbanned it, so you can just do all that shit again, right? Or did they, like, change its effect or something? Or, like, make it so you could only use it, like, once a game or something? Robin Hood, you jackass! What do you have to say, good sir?
I was a swordsmith in my beautiful homeland. True bliss I did know until Orochi. The fiend ruined all our lives. My bliss in tatters. She came for my wife, demanded her sacrifice. So we fled Japan. I lost everything. Alas,
oh, my bad.
with no tools, I cannot do my old job. So I sell items.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Well, what items do you have for me? Haha, you can't do shit. LOL! Okay. Looks like we're all set and ready to go. Okay, so I want to zoom up to, Asham. Because there was that one dancer who was like, hey, tell them I'm not dead. Army was like, where the fuck have you been? Gamers, we're TikToking it. Does anyone remember the Bloodhound Gang? That was very much a hot ticket thing when I was in middle school, but I don't think they're as in tune with the youth. And what do I get? A magic bikini, huh? Neat. Can I equip this magic bikini? Oh, that's actually a... Looks like it might be like a good piece of equipment for someone. Maybe Whopper? Pretty good magic protection. Can you equip this? You can equip this. And it's a lot better. My god. Her boobies are out. You can only play it at 1 and gets abused again and it'll probably get banned again. Well, at least it had a little bit of time in the sun. Alright, I think we go to Japan. The implication from that seemed to be, we grab his tools from Japan. So, there's only a couple pieces of gear, or places, maybe here? I can't even enter there. I should probably come back here in the day, huh? I'll be taking that. You're asleep. You can't tell when I'm robbing you. Let's get the H out of here and TikTok it again. Paradise Smasher. I have, this is not, you know, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, but, like, I kind of understand, how to actually play Forbidden Memories now. So I've given, I've been kind of giving a little bit of thought to, doing a Forbidden Memories stream. Even if I don't necessarily beat the whole thing, if I can get past Pegasus, I would be happy. Because I could never get past Pegasus as a kid, and it was a struggle to get that far. There we go. I was right. So I guess maybe the farthest I would try to go is maybe beating Kaiba. Yeah, apparently it's just a matter of, like, there's a couple NPCs you want to farm for, like, decent cards. And if you can do that, you can, yeah, if you do that, you can do anything. So it would mostly just become, like, a card grinding. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be interesting to watch. Maybe I could do some of, like, the setup off-screen. Hey, jackass, I got your hammer.
Welcome to my shop. Pardon? You have brought me the forging hammer?
He stopped speaking in haikus.
Incredible. Yes, this is it, without a doubt. But how did you? No, you do not need to say. All that matters is that my family's prized possession has returned to me. However can I begin to repay you for such a kindness? Do not worry, I will find a way someday. Legend has it that this hammer was once used to temper a blade most holy, long, long ago. I just hope I can put it to use for you one day.
Neat. Alright, let's take a look at this item shop for real. Whoa! Take a look at some of this shit. Falcon Blade, Sandstorm Spear, Dragon Dojo. Look at that, man! Putting that right on 5, guys. Flowing Drift, Spiked Armor we already have. Okay. I don't necessarily know if the Falcon Blade is going to be all that in a bag of chips. I'll probably end up skipping it this time. I might come back for it if I make someone else into a class that can equip swords again proper, but Like, if I, like, put, like, another night on, I might put it on that. Okay. So, I think now's as good a time as any to call it a stream. Still feeling a little fakaked. 2.5 hours is a little short, but, like, also if I go any further, then, like, the finale stream next week will just be, like, 1 hour, so, like, this is, like, me kind of, like, trying to, like, space it out so we can get a full stream next time. So, cool. Alright. So, the plan for next week is, Monday, we're gonna be doing more Fire Emblem Birthright. I kinda wanted to play Birthright today, but, like, I do want to finish this game. We'll do Birthright on Wednesday. Me, Kish, and Casey will be playing Dark Souls 2. And then, I think next week we'll probably have the finale of Dragon Quest 3. So that'll be cool. But for now, I am going to probably, I don't know, probably make myself a protein drink and maybe go to sleep. I didn't sleep good at all last night. So, hopefully that'll be good. So, thank you so very much for joining me. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and take care.